here on the V's Place server, level 40 Monster 100 Giant. This is going to be playing considerably over level 40. Sadly, over the course of leveling, the whole level-dependent barrier system sort of got thrown out of whack. I certainly take partial responsibility for that, as I spent quite a bit of time leveling on this server over the past year. Real quick, I do want to mention links below, .hack Network and NetSlum. All of the .hack information you could ever want or need really can be found in one way or another through one of these places. Links below for their Discords, for YouTube, for websites. Also, just wanted to mention it, .hack Network has a Twitch Plays bot. They just got it back up and running. I'm recording this on a Wednesday to come out Friday, so if it's up and running on Friday and you weren't sure maybe what Fragment might be like, go ahead, hop over to their Twitch channel and give it a go. Got some maidens there, and getting the heck away before this turns ugly. Don't think we got away quickly enough. Hopefully the sleep wears off in time. Just in time. And yeah, we will leave that alone. Real quick, as we now know we're dealing with maidens, go ahead and switch our gear and shortcuts. Seems like they weren't quite done with us, so let's go ahead, get a little distance here. Well, we were able to take one down there. Come out of that spell. This should take down two. And we got one more to deal with. Very easily done. If you get a chance to check out the Wednesday morning stream, you could see just how deadly these can be. Actually had a hell of a time Wednesday, but we're back. We are once again trying to get level 75 here. Oh, Demon Wyvern, Wood Maiden, and a Conqueror. Just not a good mix overall. Primary concern's the Wood Maiden there. We've got Death Touch, we've got Resurrection shenanigans, but honestly, getting put to sleep is absolute game over for us. So, getting rid of the Wood Maiden was paramount, Conqueror second, and now the Demon Wyvern. One-on-one with a Death Toucher. Has a pretty damn good hit even without the Death Touch. But we get through. Nice thing is, we're picking up some really nice experience on the way. Not gonna lie, not sad about those portals that open up to just be treasure chests. Gotta keep an eye out for those maidens every time a portal opens. Got a treasure chest there, and then we saw a Wyvern sneaking up on us in the background and a Conqueror just behind that, so we're just going to take a loop around. Try and take out that Conqueror first. Again, keeping an ever-mindful eye on the hit point bar, because every time that Demon Wyvern hits, could potentially be a death strike to drop us to critical. Wyvern fails a couple times to poison us. We certainly don't make too good a use of the time, but do eventually make our way through. Seems our rig game has worn off. Go ahead and reapply that. Things we do for levels, huh? Got a couple maidens here, take them out nice and quick. Even got a hit on the Demon Wyvern, so a good little head start for us. It just kind of taps us on the first strike. Fails to poison us. Can we get another hit in? Yes, we can. Nice and easy. Pick up a wood sprite. Got a few portals top side of the map to go here, plus that one that's going to wrap around from the bottom to the top. So we'll pass the dungeon entrance, come back for it later. 2 demon wyverns and a conqueror. Got to get rid of that conqueror. Darkness damage is a pain, resurrection shenanigans are a bigger pain, and 3 enemies to concentrate on, a biggest pain yet. As you saw, we got that dying strike from one of the wyverns there. Yet another one of the things I absolutely dislike that happens sometimes is when the monsters just kind of hover around the risky treasures. Buffs are starting to wear off here. Always feel weird about chugging that elixir when the health's at about a third, because there's the chance that the next wyvern hit is a dying strike and you gotta go ahead and chug another one. It's 1 wyvern down to a one-on-one fight. One more hit should do it, and there it is. Open these treasures up. Get a protect ring and a Chris armor. Nice. Now it's time to get our buffs back up. Might as well apply Redeem again. Not that it was in, you know, mortal danger of running out, but it was probably fairly close. It is a short timer on those after all. And to the next portal we go. More maidens. Taken down in one shot. Let's go after the damaged wyvern next. Would have probably made more sense to go after it from the outside to make that other demon wyvern actually work a little to hit us, but what the hey. Never said I was the brightest tactician, huh? Well, that's 1 down. Go ahead, pop the elixir, get ourselves in good shape. Don't even want to go for my single target elemental hit because it's water element. Be a big giant waste of the time. A few more portals to mop up here on the field. Like I said, a little under 400 to go to the next level. Wyvern and a Conqueror. Wasn't sure if there was a maiden hiding behind the Conqueror. Figured best course of action was to go ahead and hit the Gigan crack just in case. Got the Conqueror out before that spell damage hit, so the fact that our Demon Wyvern is at full health, a little less of a problem. Big problem coming up, as that's a maiden sneaking up behind us, followed by another Wyvern. But 2 wyverns nowhere near as bad as that maiden, and the potential to put us asleep from off screen and us having precious little to do about it. Real dangers to be had here. Did pick up a wood sprite there. And there's the moon. See our wonderful evening sunset sky upon us. Windmills slowly turning. Portal about to open. Conqueror and Wyvern combo. Keeping an eye in the background for any wandering monsters, but feeling relatively safe in this 2-on-1 encounter. Conqueror once again down. They may not look overly impressive the way we're playing this, and that's by design, because If you saw one of the earlier encounters on the field, they can resurrect enemies, and the darkness spell is going to do a bit of damage as well. Certainly no slouch by any means, but one of the easier enemies to hit on this field, and certainly one of the earliest threats to deal with. Picked up a river spear. Pretty self-explanatory, water element spear. Some weapons tell you exactly what they are, and other weapons tell you their happiness. Final portal is a risky treasure, and that's the kind of risk we like to take one fortune wire later, and it is solved, giving us another Chris armor. Evening sky, but lovely weather, so this should boost weapons. Did we pick up any weapons? Oh, we picked up that river spear. Let's go ahead and throw the river spear in and see what it becomes. By way of this, probably level 4 grandpa? Yeah, level 4 grandpa. Not a golden axe, not a silver axe, not even an axe at all. We get a flame spear. Changed to the complete other opposing element. Now we have a bevy of grunties to choose from. Another highlight from our Wednesday stream. I finally went offline and created some grunties. Never say never, just imagine it'll take a while. Let's see here. Let's go Iron Grunty today. Want to say Spooky used Iron Grunty a lot with Gouda Knight? Can't remember. I'll have to ask him. Should have probably asked him before I brought that up. Be real awkward if he didn't. Oh well. Iron Grunty nonetheless, folks. What do you know, Iron Grunty takes you right to the dungeon. Each Grunty has a special ability if you hit the triangle button while you're riding them. And yeah, I still haven't changed the messages. Save that for another stream. Maybe, see here, I started doing Fragment uploads on YouTube in September, I want to say. So yeah, another 8-9 months. I'll get there. Fairy's Orb. See the stairs pretty quick on. So unless there's like 8 rooms hiding beneath us, this should be a fairly small dungeon in size. Let's get rebuffed and find out. I'm seeing a couple rooms below there, so I may have jinxed myself. Hey, golden egg acquired. What a beautiful sight that is, huh? First portal, what do we got? Wood Maiden and a Conqueror. Keep track of the Conqueror, see if it reses. It does, and so we are back to the Wood Maiden. And we're just going to keep playing Kill the Wood Maiden until the Conqueror gets tired of resing it. There we are. Now we could focus our attentions on said Conqueror and conquer it. That battle's out of the way, and we get a bubble rod. Rod full of bubbles. Oh, 2 Alucards blocking off a Wood Maiden. That puts me to sleep before I could reach it. Don't think we're making it out of this one, folks. Don't know how we made it out of that one, but we did. That will take care of the Maiden. Let's see if they res. They do. That will take care of the Maiden. Let's see if they res. They do. You thought it was tough with 1. I gotta distract 2 of these jamokes. Really? Again? How many times are we gonna do this, kids? Answer, one more. I mean, the nice thing is, we got far enough down that we actually got a chance to take out an Alucard and put the other one damn low in health. So I think we're actually gonna lock this up here. Yeah, that's the one Alucard down and the Wood Maiden, but my goodness, did we toe that line. I feel like this would be a great place for like a cheesy 80s shaving cream ad. Looking for a close shave? I mean, that was about as close a shave as you could get on that combat. We should have died about 6 ways over. Killed 15 Wood Maidens and got 2 experience. Now let's see what the other handy dandy portal gives us. Well, that time we actually got to the Wood Maiden, so we'll start the fun off right away. Our resurrection shenanigans ensuing. I think the Maiden got away. Nope, lucky us. Maiden didn't get away that time. Cool. Maiden's finally down. Convinced the Alucards there were bigger fish in the sea, and resurrecting each other was of paramount importance. And now if we can just get that one crossed off, yes, it's a one-on-one encounter. Went much smoother this time. Also have to watch out that those Alucards don't paralyze us. Worth noting they can do that. High-level fragment. Just as much fun for the spectators. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching me, you know, sweat my tail off trying to get through these encounters. Do love seeing the elemental hits though, so at least it's fun with numbers to have these little battles. And I will say this, as long as the Alucard's resurrecting the Wood Maiden, my hit points are relatively safe, so. Life could be worse. Until we're put to sleep. Did have a fair amount of rooms down here though. 2 Wood Maidens. Nice and easy finish to this one. That's our easy room, folks. 2 Wood Maidens. Pick up the Fool. Lovely image of ourselves. There goes our speed charm, and we're up against 2 Conquerors and an Alucard. Yeah, just pick your biggest threat in this one, huh? Well, the Conquerors were nice enough to allow me to kill the Alucard. I don't think they'll be that nice when it comes to each other. Didn't think. Oh, did I luck out there? Yeah, glitch of the graphics. Tried to res the Conqueror, but not in time. I'm okay with that. You will not see me shed a tear over that not quite going to plan. Got our faux statue room here. Because I don't think, barring some high-level technical shenanigans, as far as the things you can properly do on the area server, there isn't much you could do in the way of creating a 1-floor dungeon. I think they all have to at least be 2 floors. By the way, if you've ever wondered how the area server program works, Emu's put together a great introduction, now in English, Video's about an hour long, which is not really much time at all, given how many things there are to go over with the program. But a really nice, solid job of breaking it down and everything. You can check that out at the Fragment from the Net Slum YouTube. Next portal's to Wood Maidens, which, as I said, is our easy portal for this dungeon. Festive holiday time to us, and on we go. Gonna grab a drink, because the stairs down are the safest place in a dungeon. Floor number 2 now. Another Fairy's Orb, and more buffs, just for paranoia's sake. See a large number of rooms. I do believe we're going to do one more thing as well, since I am not going to use Jiru / ever here. Let's go ahead and throw our drain arc there. Just in case we run into more situations where the data drain is our only means of escape, like say a Conqueror and 2 Alucards. That could have got real nasty if the Conqueror had chosen to cast at the same time. Once again, fortunate timing comes to the rescue for us. We take out 1 Alucard before either of the other monsters is really equipped to bring it back. Do believe we may have lucked out with Alucard number 2? Yes, we did. So there you go, 3 res enemies, no res chances. That's how we want to play it. And just because it's so much fun to do after all of these times, let's pick up a golden egg successfully. That's right, 74 plus levels. And plenty of falls along the way, and I've just now figured out how to pick up a golden egg. Going after a solo Alucard. Not sad that it's on its own. There is a wood sprite, a treasure that I honestly thought would be riskier, giving us some Chris armor and a bubble rod. Good time for bubble rods, late spring heading into summer. Here's a Conqueror and an Alucard, which I'm thrilled about because at no point did I say Wood Maiden. Ah, there's some resurrect shenanigans at their finest. Wow, that Conqueror hit for a ton. Got to be on the lookout for that, don't we? Make it through the combat, pick up more Chris armor. And a risky treasure here, saving us a great deal of time, energy, and stress. Giving us Hamura. Pick up the moon out of the intentional chest in the room, and back up we go. Seems like Rig Game has worn off. That's something we'll have to address after this portal. She's gonna give us an Aurora Feather. Happy days to us. Our good friend the Aurora Feather. Absolute defensive stalwart of the monster scene, but overall awesome looking bird beast. Really trippy looking enemy. Let's get in close on that. I think my favorite touch are the hair wings. Get it under 1,000, go back to the Gigan cracks. Decent one. Took out about half its health without the elemental hit. Get another one without the elemental hit, and it's a go. 5 quality experience for us. Go ahead, cast Redeem, get some of these SP back while I'm yammering my jaw into a state of just perpetual slack. What goodies await us in this next room? It's another Aurora Feather. We'd actually be in really good shape with these with the Evil Eyes sword. Fortunately, the Spirit Drain ability of Eternity is going to allow us a couple of GN cracks at it. Bad thing is, when we miss, it's an awful lot of time chewed up for very little damage. Those elemental hits, though. Play it nice and safe, let that pool build a little. Wouldn't feel bad about a Spirit Drain either. There's a nice, happy elemental hit. Got it just as our buffs wore off. Let's go ahead, heal up, and we'll take the slow route back. No, we won't. Your guys' time is valuable. I've been told. And my game froze. That was weird. Just in the middle of nowhere, game froze up for a second. Didn't get disconnected, so lucky break there. But yeah, not really doing anything out of the norm. It just sort of froze up in the middle of me telling a bad joke. So yeah, I won't make you guys suffer through 4 rooms of me walking at normal speed. Unlike my older videos, where that's where I did because I just didn't use speed charms. Let's see what we got going on here. Back to our Conquerors and Alucards. Looks like we hit the Alucard, so that'll be our first target. Again, ever mindful of the hit point situation. Also grateful for lucky things like the Conqueror casting as we dealt lethal damage to the Alucard, stopping those resurrection shenanigans from being a thing. And now we stop the Conqueror from being a thing. Pick up a Mage's Soul out of that chest and a Wood Sprite there. Couple portals to the right, I'm assuming. First one's going to be 2 Alucards. 3 Alucards. 3. Would help if I could count. No point in beating around the bush on these. We're just going to G-Gan crack, hope we don't get paralyzed, and pop elixirs like they were candy. Yeah, I'm pretty much looking at any time we're down around half health, popping an elixir in this situation. Could go for a drain there. Not going for the drain there. Should take 1 down. In fact, we got 2. Best possible result out of that. We're in this for the experience, only want to use that Drain Arc in emergency situations. At least until I get that level up, at which case, you know, all caution to the wind, because as I understand it, the worst result you get from data draining is it potentially taking experience away from you until you level back down. So if it's just on a fresh level up, what did we really lose? Got an Aurora Feather here. Big elemental hit there, 1190. Let's see if we can get another. We can! One more would make me so happy. I say it, it does it. So nice of this game. I didn't say it there, so it missed. Now we'll get the elemental hit. Nope. Okay, the magic has worn off, as has our magic regeneration. Rig Game has gone down, as has the Rainbow Tail. My goodness, so many things chained together there. Let's go ahead and heal up. One more ought to do it. Nothing to get in this hallway, it's just a big empty hallway, so we'll cast Rig Game. Have more SP by the time the casting animation's finished than we had to cast it in the first place. One more portal to clear out this second floor. This really weird, wonky, bad floor. It gave us Aurora Feathers and really slow, weird point where the game sort of froze up on us. Two Alucards. We know how we're going to deal with that, with well-intended bad decisions. Definitely time for an elixir. Think we can get one more strike in. Another elixir. One Alucard down, another one's at about a third health. Okay, down to one-on-one battle, feeling really good about our chances at this point. And there we go. Did not, in fact, have to use a healing elixir on that one, conserving our consumables. And now we will go at boring old normal rate. No stupid humor to follow, because as it turns out, when I tell jokes and they're not funny, the game hates me and decides to lock up for about 10 seconds. Floor number 3 being examined by fairies as we renew our buffs. And with it our resolve to plunge headfirst into a suicidal gauntlet of perpetual death traps for the promise of a shiny object at the end. Yay, adventure games. Pick up a bubble rod. Antidote. See what kind of healing goodies we're getting here. Well, nothing special out of that room. Got the moon there. Let's see what we get out of this portal. 2 Alucards. Okay. Yeah, I thought the second one was a little out of the way there. Ooh, health is getting low. What am I doing? Got to pay closer attention on that. Practically giving these battles away at this point. So that should do it for 1 Alucard. Yep. Got to it just before the resurrect went, so. Picking up some leaf blights. Now making our way to the top side. Already see our stairs down are beneath us, so instead we're just going to fight 1001 Alucards. These two are going to take it easy on me though. No res shenanigans, no nothing like that. Just straight damage battle. We feel good about our chances in a damage battle. It's what we're built for after all. Picking up the levers and moving further up. Room with a little bit of maneuverability. And we are reacquainted with our friends, the Wood Maidens. Brief reunion is my favorite type with enemies of that type. And back down we go. Little side entrance to this T-shaped room, leading us to yet another portal to clear. 2 more Wood Maidens, and an immature egg that I am going to have to skip, because even though we created 3, not 1, not 4, but 3 grunties for this character, I didn't use a single immature egg. One more portal to clear, reapply rig game, just to keep the full complement going, and in we go. 1 Aurora Feather, and we are happy to see it, huh? Let's see if any of that floor 2 magic will pay off. Elemental hit? Yes, how about 2? Can we get 2 in a row? Yes, how about 3? 3 was being greedy. What was I thinking? We'll hack at this thing till it's under 1,000, then we'll give it another go. Give those SP a chance to regenerate a little. There it is. There's our finish. Treasure giving us yet another leaf blight. So for those of you keeping a score along at home, we're now 141 experience away from the next level. For those of you who weren't keeping score along at home, I just threw a bunch of numbers at you. Really don't matter. Into floor number 4. Once again reapplying buffs, as though they were the only thing I brought to the party. Wood Maidens. They are Wood Maidens, they are Maidens of Wood, and therefore Wood Maidens. Most importantly, they are 8 experience and a couple risky treasures at this point. Giving us a Rock Dragon, and a Mage's Soul. Is this the way to the stairs down? More maidens. No problem there. Picking up the Fool, once again a stunning likeness of myself. Risky treasure time. Why take the risk? Use Fortune Wire. Only 10 gold at your local root town. Moving to the next room, portal right, smack dab in the middle. More maidens! Kinda feels like a farming dungeon at this point. Got a little room full of treasures here. Treasures and consumables. The old crate and barrel. Picking up some holy sap. Nice bit of holy sap. Wonder if you could boil it down and make some divine syrup. antidote. Not picking up any potions or recovery drinks. Kind of surprised by that. Mooning the levers out of those chests. And to backtracking, we are headed. Always good to get the dead end branch out of the way in these sort of multiple branch off floors. You hate going the whole way and then finding the stairs down and then thinking, I got the whole floor to go. At least I do. Yeah, there's our stairs down right there. And there's an Aurora Feather right here. Come on, elemental hit. Let's go for the twofer, huh? Okay, we got a hit, but not an elemental one. Give it a cooldown hit. Now, let's go. Okay, got another one. Big elemental hit. See if we can follow it up with a second. We cannot. Better let those SP chill for a second. And the big finish. Haven't really used all that many of the Artisan Souls, so I don't feel terrible about using that one. Three more portals left on this floor. In good shape as long as they keep coming up Aurora Feather, not gonna lie. I think that's the most hits I've ever recorded consecutively on an Aurora Feather. My goodness, always good to have little bits of luck like that, isn't it? And the finish. Nice dead-on shot from behind. Pun loosely intended there. Not really trying for it, but it fits the situation, and it's not the dumbest thing I've said this upload. That was probably about the 7 or 8 times I went, followed by that speed charm joke, because that was pretty dumb. Especially since this character has Apdu on some equipment I haven't used to speed charm in like 10 levels. Did pick up a chest there. Just couldn't find it with the camera angles. It's an eagle hood. Make our way down here. Square room. Portal smack dab in the center. More maidens. More maidens, more Jigan crack. And just like that, floor number 4 is in the books. Folks, that felt kinda tidy. Kinda like we knew what we were doing there, so floor 5 is bound to be a cluster, isn't it? Checking it out, see something that looks suspiciously like a statue room off to our left, and a whole bunch of everything else to our right and beneath us. So without further ado, let's check out all of the things that don't get us out of here safely, and hope we survive long enough to check out the thing that does. More maidens here in this first portal. All taken care of in one big strike. Giving us a treasure chest as well. Oh, how nice of it. That treasure chest has a leaf blight. Got a little 4-way hub room with 3 treasure chests and what I can only assume is going to be an immature egg. You heard it here, that's going to be an immature egg, and I'm intentionally going the other way, so it's the last one of these little inserts we check out. Not hearing bouncing. Am I wrong? I'm totally wrong, it's blank. Can't win them all, huh? Into the square room we go. More maidens. And they're accompanied by an Alucard. Alucard was only going to be able to res one, but res it did. Failed to paralyze us. So we actually get out of this battle relatively easily. Pick up some tribal ropes.
Golden egg.
And a golden egg. Probably grown old for you, but I never tire of picking them up successfully. Oh! Yep, that was the rub. Portal opened while we were turning the corner. Alucard was blocking the way to the maidens, and now we are in a race against time to just survive. Now we're in a race against Alucard shenanigans. Rezzes the Wood Maiden. The living one put us to sleep. And we find ourselves in an even more hopeless situation than we were before. Make it out. But now things are so incredibly spread out, I just don't see an end game in sight. Maidens have now made their way the entire way to opposite sides of the room, with the Alucard smack dab in the middle, making sure whatever we do, they can undo. Make it out once again. This time we'll take out the topside maiden. Managed to make a beeline for the bottom side and take it out while the Alucard was rezzing. There's the topside maiden down. Yet another resurrect. Yet another Gigant slash. Will this be enough? Nope. Rezzed again. Go for another slash. Down again. And this time it works because we finally got the Alucard low enough. Better lucky than good, and we were certainly lucky there. Have a little bit of backtracking. I just saw Rick Game go down. I'm probably going to reapply all of our buffs before we get to the next portal, because that was a little scary. Not gonna lie. Making our way back up the right side of this little hub wheel. Now let's hope for a much smoother combat in this room. Oh yeah, just 2 Alucards. Nice casual combat. Yeah, 2 high-level vampires. Perfectly fine. I got this. Yeah, as long as they don't resurrect each other forever and a day. That would be rather inconvenient, wouldn't it? Really feeling the compulsion to drain here. Seems kind of fitting against vampires, doesn't it? An attack with the word drain in it. Fortunately, a nice little timing bubble gives us our clean kill. And we make it out of the room. Next portal. More Wood Maidens and an Alucard. This time we chose the correct direction to come, and we actually hit both Wood Maidens right away, meaning that the Alucard had to let one go to res the other, and now we could just sort of work back and forth, continually taking out the Wood Maiden, and then running back and damaging the Alucard while it says, wait, I can help. Don't think that res came in time. So battle mode is off. We have survived 3/4 of this hub. Gotta make our way back to the middle, then take out the 2 rooms above it, and then make our final approach to the statue room, which of course is not scot-free or devoid of danger. So we'll probably be reapplying buffs one more time for safety's sake. Sure, it may be an unnecessary expenditure of the consumable items, but we've stayed alive, and you don't get to make any of the money if you lose. If you die, you kind of just die. You go down a level. You keep your stuff, you could sell it back in town, but you lost a level, you lost some progress, and really you lost some pride. So, do the smart thing, spend the consumables, stay alive longer. Of course, it's kind of tough to take do the smart thing from a guy who's attacking Alucards full well knowing they're going to res each other. They did the old rub on me. Got a little close and ended up having me switch targets. Tell you, this game is crafty in ways you just don't think about. Or at least I don't. There. Little G-Gan crack to tell them I mean business, as though hacking at them with a sword wasn't enough. I don't even think I've seen a protect break, even if I did want to drain. Did that do it? Yes! Finally got the Alucard down. I feel like I was clean shaven before this battle, and I've got a pretty nice beard going after it. Probably time to take a break after this dungeon and do my Christmas shopping. That was several short forevers chained together. We'll just reapply Rig Game here, but I'm definitely reapplying all the buffs before we make our approach to the statue. Even the rooms that aren't an immediate threat are still a threat. Take out these two maidens nice and quick, leave the immature egg pretty much just where it's at. And yeah, there goes our speed charm. Knew it was coming up, and since it's coming up, we know our App Corv, App Vorv, and App Vorma are wearing off. There they go. Good old physical attack and defense up, as well as magical defense. Just 2 portals between us and total victory here. This one's giving us 2 Wood Maidens and an Alucard. And we know how this play goes. Not really surprised by any of that, honestly. But we'll take the win and make our way to the final portal of this dungeon. Hope it's a merciful one, and it is. A treasure chest giving us the fool. We certainly were fooled. There's our all clear with a wood sprite. And now it's time to open up this statue and see what all the commotion was about. All this fighting, guys. Violence. Kinda paid off here. It's a fire lion hood, followed by some yellow candy and a light cross. Let's take a look here. Some of the things we picked up today. We picked up Hamura, we picked up a river spear that turned into a flame spear, some bubble rods, an eagle hood, and a fire lion hood. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. Rock dragons, some tribal robes, all the Chris armor you could ever want to see in the world. But a fascinating run it was, and a fantastic way to kick off this Fragment Friday. hopefully, if you get the chance, you head on and play some Fragment, maybe party up with some friends, maybe make some new friends. If not, hop on the Discord, chat a bit about it, argue over whether Sora was better as Sora or in later parts that I don't want to spoil by name. Either way, it's been fantastic doing this run. I hope you're all doing well out there. This is the point in the episode where I go ahead, pop a Sprite Ocarina, thank you for coming, and tell you we will see you around.